And hello there, this is ModelOmega, and this is a little experiment, testing the waters a bit. I've been kind of a little sad, feel bad that I haven't really been able to produce a lot of content thanks to school and papers and tests and all that, so I figured if I can just spend a little bit of time just producing some content for people, maybe that'll be better for everyone. So this is not going on my main channel. This is, I've created a secret channel that, after this recording is done, and if it works, this is the third time I've tried to do it, by the way, because I've had a whole whack of audio problems, so if this doesn't work, and I'm calling it quits for the night, because it's almost like midnight, so hopefully no one gets bothered by my recording here. So, let's just adjust the controls, because I am playing with mouse and keyboard, which actually works really well for this game for the most part, but there is one issue that is with a level called Cold Reception that is on rails, and you have to use precision aiming on it. And what this does is, with the precision aiming, you're expected to hold the control stick to aim at that spot, but with a mouse you can't really do that, because you move the mouse and then you stop moving it. So it keeps resetting back to the default position, and I haven't found a way to fix that. So I'm probably going to have to kid-jigger with that level a bit. When I was testing, I had to literally just turn invincibility on, because I tried a whole bunch of things and I couldn't get through it. But I'll try it a few more, and if not, you're not missing much. It's not a very fun level. It's on rails. I don't like on rails levels. It's one of the biggest problems I have with Nightfire, which is otherwise pretty good, is way too many on rails or vehicle levels.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Anyway, this is based off, obviously, the movie The World's Not Enough, which is an okay Bond movie. Had potential, could have been a lot better. If they'd cut Denise Richards out. I don't know why people ever thought she was going to be a thing. She really isn't. But yeah, Sophie Marceau was awesome. Robert Carlyle was awesome when he got to actually show up and do cool things. Like holding the burning lock. Could have really used him a lot more for that. Funny thing, he actually played Hitler in a Canadian TV movie about his rise. That was really good, by the way, if you ever got a chance to check that out.
I retrieved the money.
Yeah, well, it's not enough.
Sir Robert will be pleased to
a lot of
see
good
you.
moments, a lot of bad moments. It's an okay film in the end.
The report you sold King was stolen from an
It's
MI6
further
agent
proof
who was
that
killed.
Robbie Coltrane
I
should
want
be
to
in
know
more
who killed
movies.
him.
I'll just leave it at that. Hagrid ain't
just a
enough.
middleman.
He is
money.
just
Your
a
last
hysterical
chance.
actor
Give
all the
me a
time.
name. You still threaten me, even without your weapon.
I've just got some water here so I can stay hydrated as I'm recording. My voice will, maybe you notice through this, it'll get hoarse if I don't stay hydrated. So anyway, mission starts, and actually quite faithfully to the movie with the exploding flashbang gun. So we start with our trusty P99, which is called a P2K here for obvious licensing reasons. They can't actually use any of the real names of the guns, although I'm surprised that they didn't just use the name of the actual name of the AK-47, because in pretty much in most situations, are you really expecting anyone to not know that it is that? So, oh, damn it! I'm still, even though I have played a bunch of tests, I'm still getting used to all the controls. It's pretty awkward because there's a lot of things where you have to hold one button and then press another to do something, because the N64 controller wasn't quite cut out for a game of this caliber, but it still works pretty good. And we're low on ammo with our P99, so I've switched to 44 Magnum, which just absolutely wrecks no matter what you're doing with it. It's super accurate, kills pretty much one hit no matter what. I like the detail on it. Man, that is, you don't really see that anymore in games, with the detail, with the way the people bodies don't just ragdoll, like they actually crumple, and at least what to me looks like pretty realistic proportions, although I'm not a physician or anything, so you can call me out on that if that's not really what people do. So anyway, just like GoldenEye, you have and with other games based off of the Bond memorabilia, you have various objectives throughout your mission. Here we have to get Sir Robert King's money back. And one of the things we have to do in that process is erase the evidence that we were here by wiping the video cameras. And this is an objective that only appears on Secret Agent and up, along with those cops who, oh, I forgot to mention, you cannot kill them. And if you do, because they're civilians, you instantly fail the mission. So that's why I've been putting them to sleep with this dart gun. We should only get in this in one other level, which is kind of odd, but yeah, so erasing the evidence, but this you do have to do. You have to go into here. This is where the money is kept. Use this keypad decryptor to get through here. So yeah, just like GoldenEye, you have a multitude of gadgets to work through. A lot more telegraphed here, which is kind of nice. No, I actually, honestly, I actually like this game more than GoldenEye on the whole. It's just more confident. It's more advanced. Not just because, you know, maybe it's shallow to say it's more advanced, but one of the problems I have with GoldenEye is that it seems not quite low tech, but low opportunity. Like, there's not a lot of texture things. Everything looks kind of arbitrary. It can be kind of really hard to tell, like, where your objectives are or what your objective is. At least that's just what I haven't played it in a long time, so maybe I'm just raving that the game just doesn't look as good as this, but, you know, blocky textures and all. I don't think the game has aged, like, terribly. I mean, you can tell that this was probably pretty substantial for the time it came out. Anyway, we finished that level, and we're just going to jump into the next right away. King's Ransom. This is a level that's kind of extrapolated from the movie, as it didn't really occur there. There is a shootout with some terrorists at MI6 headquarters. So that's going to be fun.
James Bond, Sir Robert King.
Ah, the man who retrieved my money. Excellent job. Can't thank you enough.
That's a line lifted entirely from the movie.
Sir Robert is an old friend. I
Sometimes
helped him years ago.
I don't know if these are the actual voice actors. I mean, probably not.
Still,
but
all that's in the past.
It's kind of hard to tell the difference
Sir Robert
with kind of the low quality of it. And oh, I miss Judi Dench's M already.
Then he discovered
anyone else see Spectre? God, that was such a disaster. I was really looking forward to that. Maybe I shouldn't have been. I mean, it had most of the team behind Skyfall, and Skyfall was great. It had freaking... How do you mess up Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz, as a Bond villain? He practically already is a Bond villain. How do you fuck that up so that bad?
Bond, we're under attack.
Oh. Wait, I'm going to show you a little trick you can do. Be an asshole to the security guards and take their guns. They're better than yours. Thanks to him, we've got this nice UMP-45. Usually when that guy comes around the corner, he shoots the fire extinguisher by accident and ends up killing himself. Which is pretty funny. On Agent, there's body armor in that room back, that little conference-looking room back there. Oh, wow, I almost shot that card, but that would have failed the mission right there. Whoops! You may notice with the enemy drops here, you don't really get a lot of ammo. You usually get, like, between 1 and 10 for the most part. And that really leads to you having to try and conserve your ammo in various ways, like shooting this fire extinguisher to get rid of these guys. But one little trick is, if you completely run out of ammo, you can just... You'll throw away your gun, and you'll pick up a fresh mag, which is what I'm going to do here. So I've thrown that away, and look at that. All back up. So if you're ever having ammo problems in this game, there's one thing you can take advantage of. Works more for automatic guns like this. Just make sure to empty it before you have anything in reserve. If you have just one bullet in reserve, you're probably not going to get a full mag. You're going to get like 4 rounds or something. You're going to be shit out of luck. Be careful with these fire extinguishers, because these guys can shoot them probably by accident with their aim. And if they explode, they're going to take a gigantic chunk off your life, and probably going to have to restart the mission. Anyway, here, terrorist got in here, and got a hold of him. Oh, I never noticed that. Is this supposed to be books? Yeah, I guess they're supposed to be books. There's a lot of, like, side rooms in here that aren't really used for anything. You know, it's nice little attention to detail. You. Don't want him to accidentally shoot him by accident. Don't want to fail the mission. Oh, did I? Yeah, I got that guy. He stumbled for a bit. I thought maybe he wasn't quite taken out. I kind of like how I don't know if you'd call it ragdoll, but the way the enemies seem to, you know, like crumple over here. I think that's you know, I miss stuff like that in games. Like when you play like later games like Age Under Fire or Nightfire, they don't really do that. It's like almost over exaggerated. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I missed the chance to get that fire extinguisher on them. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna show off the Spaz 12 with its olive green drab here, and it's automatic fire to take out all those guys at once. Yeah, it literally just has an auto fire, not like the real Spaz 12, which can go semi-automatic. It's really weird. Oh, and I'm gonna bring out something a little more deliberate here. The Desert Eagle, called the Raptor Magnum here. Seems to be a common name for Deagles. It uses the same ammunition as the 44 Magnum, but you'll notice it's not really as powerful. It doesn't really get as many one-hit kills, and it's a lot less accurate. You can use that laser sight to improve the accuracy, although for some reason it decreases the fire rate. But even then, it's nowhere near as accurate, and just aim up right away, take these guys out pretty quickly, which is nice, because if they all start shooting at you, they're going to cleave your health like nothing else. And that's not fun. Here's another chance to get a fire extinguisher on these two guys. Oh, another one around the corner. That's why I like this level. There's little details like that. Alrighty, got you. And one of our objectives is to activate the sprinklers, which will put out that fire and allow us to continue on there. Nice little thing. Got you. See, I haven't played this game in a long time, aside from aside from my recent attempts at testing and trying to record, but I still remember quite vividly playing this game, and that's helping a lot. It's kind of weird how some of the, if you notice, some of the enemies here have gas masks, but the others don't. I wonder why. Do they not have the proper funding or something? It just seems kind of odd that they'd have that. And here you can get some armor, which if you're low on health, kind of like I am here, it's always nice. Run around that corner right away, because if the guard shoots the computer, it's apparently powered by gasoline, and it'll explode, and it'll deal a humongous amount of damage to you. And you don't want that. You really don't. Yeah, that's kind of a leftover from GoldenEye. Thankfully, not everything, goddamn everything in GoldenEye explodes when you shoot it enough. Like stuff like chairs, or like wooden boxes. Thankfully here, it's stuff like that doesn't blow up. It's just like computers. So we have to go back and grab Dr. Warm Flash, which is, oh, that's easily, at least from the films I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of Bond films, even though I would call myself a Bond fan. That is easily the cringiest name of any female character in a Bond film I've ever seen. So yeah. Thankfully, she only showed up in this one film, so we don't get to hear or see that a lot. And yeah, her one appearance in the film is supposed to be giving Bond a physical after he, I think he dislocated his shoulder or broke his clavicle or something.
Follow me.
And he was obviously not ready to go out, but he seduces her, and so she clears him. So, yay! Oh, Bond never change. Although, actually, yes, Baba probably do want to change, because the recent Spectre is just, it's slamming it into a brick wall. I don't even know what they're going to do after that. Are they going to try and go back to Cold War? I don't think they have to. GoldenEye showed that they didn't need a Cold War scenario in order to make a good Bond film, although it did deal with the Cold War a lot. But I think the Brosnan films did a good job of taking Bond out of that scenario, so there's always that. Oh, King, we barely knew ye. I just noticed he has a handlebar mustache. Huh, just like Jamie Heineman on Mythbusters. Actually, more like Robert Price from, or John Price. Why do I think Robert? Yeah, John Price from Call of Duty. Anyway, this mission's almost to an end. We just have to go back to Q Branch and get in the fishing boat to chase after the cigar girl from earlier. Yeah, one of Worlds on Enough is, I don't know what you would call it famous, but it's notable for having one of the longest opening sequences of any Bond film. And this game pays homage to it because the first 4 levels of the game is just the opening sequence. The first 4 levels of a 14-level game. That's like almost 25% of the game is just the opening. Wow. And there's some of the best levels in the game too. I love King's Ransom. Although having played it like 7 times in a row, it's starting to get a little old, but that's what happens when you don't work out your audio issues before you start recording. And oh my god, I hope they're working now. Please let me know if there's any issues. Anyway, aside from that, this has been ModelOmega. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if this is something you want to keep seeing of, or if you have any suggestions or ideas for games I can play. Just stuff I can do on this laptop, you know, so I can like emulate, you know, N64, SNES, that kind of stuff. I don't know what I do after this. I want to finish this game before I go on to anything else. This is just something I wanted to do because it was on my mind, and you know, I'm looking at my boxed Blu-ray set of James Bond movies that I can't watch because I don't have a Blu-ray player where I'm staying. So there's that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good night. I'm going to get some shut-eye now because it is probably midnight. So I'll just upload this, hit the sack. Thanks for watching.